What action do you think should be taken for it to have a deterrent impact?
You see, Kamal, this is very good question. You see that we are having civil service rules applicable on the prison staff. Nowhere you will, if you go to Delhi police or any paramilitary force, you will nowhere find that they are being governed by the CCS rules. Their officers, they are governed by the CCS rules, but the subordinate staff, they are governed by the stringent, their paramilitary force rule. Here in Delhi, they are being governed by the CCS rules. All the posts, all the personnel are being governed by the CCS rules, which are delaying, which delay the inquiry, and ultimately the jail staff know that nothing will happen in the inquiry. They will pollute the mind of the inquiry officer, they will bribe the inquiry officer, and it takes time while you are conducting the inquiry under the CCS rules. So my suggestion is that they should frame their own rules to tackle this indiscipline of the staff, particularly the subordinate staff, so that time-bound action is taken against the culprit. And secondly, I would also like to add that, as Mrs. Bedi has stated, that they are not doing any audit of the efficacy of the services. Like we are having around 1100 personnel of Tamil Nadu Special Police. They are here for the last around 35 years.
Do you think it's a good idea to have them, or do you think that idea has now outlived its utility? What do you think?
I think now Tamil Nadu Special Police, they were hired here, they were posted here to create a communication gap between the prisoner and the staff. So now I think that idea has outlived its utility, and now they should think further that beside this Tamil Nadu Special Police, they should have other forces.
No, give me concrete ideas. That's a good point you make. Give me concrete ideas. What can be done? You've been in charge of the jail. What should be done? Give me concrete ideas about securing it better.
Good thing you are asking to me. The idea is that first thing, they are having the superintendent jail from the civil service. This superintendent jail, they are from the Danik cadre, and you know, the Danik cadre office, civil service officer, they are having very poor handling of this law and order and discipline issue inside the jail. So instead of these civil service officer, we should draw the officer from commanding officer from the paramilitary forces. I think they will better enforce the
That's a very important idea. I didn't know that the superintendents of the jail were actually IAS officers, Dr. Kiran Bedi. That sounds, just as an outsider, quite appalling to me. You'd much rather have an army, CRPF, BSF, or even an IPS officer in charge of being superintendent of a law and order type situation, rather than having a civil servant.
I fully endorse what Sunil Gupta said. Let's get the paramilitary gazetted officers rather than having the local administration officers, because they have not proved it. I think this is a good idea. Have Central Police Force or gazetted officers, paramilitary, or the young IAS officers begin with this, or the young IPS officers begin with their first postings here. This is sensitizing them. Actually, it will sensitize them also, and also teach them gross administration, tough administration. I like this idea rather than having these Daniks going for paramilitary forces.
Dr. Vikram Singh, your take on this, both Sunil Gupta and Kiran Bedi, who've been responsible for Tihar jail, saying, you know, having IAS officers, and with no disrespect to any IAS officer, is just not the job that is cut out for him, and also Sunil questioning the need to have these Tamil Nadu police personnel in the prison. Do you think that's an idea that's outlived its utility, and who do you think should actually be doing this job? In my view, as an outsider, there should be one body, then it's that community, then the senior officer. They're responsible, and then everyone under them, because it's their izzat, their iqbal which comes into play, and that's how they're collectively responsible. You have different agencies, you'll never fix this problem.
Absolutely, Rahulji. I'm in total agreement with Madam Kiran Bedi ji and Mr. Sunil Gupta ji. And yes, keeping a paramilitary force, and it is an outstanding force, the Tamil Nadu Armed Police, but keeping any paramilitary force for 35 years is a horrible fault line, and that needs to be addressed and checked. Any rotation that exceeds 12 months is no rotation at all, and 35 years is just not acceptable at all. Links develop and then malpractices do happen. Therefore, with due respect to Tamil Nadu Armed Police, I would say there should be a rotation between the Tamil Nadu, the Odisha Police, the North, the Assam Rifles, and we have any number of armed police forces that can be rotated. But as far as the Dani officers are concerned, yes, they had better be replaced by those whose minds are wired in the right direction and are equipped to the tremendous responsibility that they're supposed to perform.